Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sports Blitz here, and we're back with our very first NFL mock draft for 2023. Sorry I've been away from the channel for a little bit. Had a lot going on, needed to take a little bit of a break. But yeah, before I get into this, I just want to say I'm not claiming to be a draft expert or anything. I know there's a lot of these that are going to be wrong. This is purely for fun, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. So starting off number one with the Texans, I personally don't think they will go into next year planning on Davis Mills as their quarterback. I think they're going to get a quarterback. And personally, I like Bryce Young more than CJ Stroud. So let's go Bryce Young. Then we have the Chicago Bears, and they've got a lot of needs. Honestly, if I'm the Bears right here, I'm gonna listen to trade offers. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to take any of them. I think there's going to be a few teams that may want to try to trade up for a guy like CJ Stroud, Will Anderson, maybe even Jalen Carter. Okay, it kind of depends. There's a few guys that the Bears could take here, but there's also some guys that I think may be a little bit of a reach. Personally, I think the Bears' biggest needs are O-line and receiver. And I don't really think there's an O-lineman or a receiver good enough to be taken at number 2. Okay? So honestly, right here, I think if I'm the Bears, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Will Anderson. Then for the Seahawks right here, I have a feeling the Seahawks are gonna re-sign Geno Smith, and that's totally fine. I think he's gonna be really good there. I think they're gonna try to beef up their defense a little bit. Make it a more, well, a better defense essentially. And there's two guys here I really, really have my eye on, and that's Jalen Carter and Keely Ringo. Now, you could look at it as, okay, do you want to beef up the defensive line and get, one of the best defensive tackle prospects we've seen in quite a while? Or do you want to get Keely Ringo and have just an absolute elite cornerback duo with him and Tariq Woolen? For me personally, I think Jalen Carter is going to be an insane defensive tackle. I don't think you can pass up on him. I'm going to go Jalen Carter. Arizona Cardinals, I don't even know what's going on with them right now. Cliff Kingsbury is probably going to get fired. Kyler Murray's not playing well, even when he is healthy. But at the same time, I don't see them trying to trade Kyler either. I don't see them going for a quarterback. So you gotta think, okay, what type of a new coach are they going to bring in? And how are they going to try to rebuild this team? They've got their receivers. They've got DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Crane, Rondell Moore, Marquise Brown. So, you don't really need a receiver. I'm looking at them, and the three guys that I'm really looking at right here are Miles Murphy, Keely Ringo, and Paris Johnson. I think any of those guys would be a huge upgrade to that defense. I think I'm going to go ahead and give them Miles Murphy. Then we have the Detroit Lions, and honestly, Jared Goff has been pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna just throw that out there. Goff is overhated, and he's done really, really well there. I could really see the Lions keeping him around longer. I don't know that I see them drafting a young quarterback. Jared Goff, I want to say, is only 27 or 28. Still pretty young, but he's essentially a young veteran, if that makes sense. So I don't see them taking a quarterback because Jared Goff is playing well. They've got a good offensive line. Honestly, if I'm the Lions right here, I am staring down Keely Ringo. I think if they can pair him up with Jeff Okudah, and keep developing Jeff Okudah, I think they can have a really, really good corner duo. So, taking Keely Ringo right here. Then for the Indianapolis Colts, they are in a not so great QB situation, and with CJ Stroud falling down to number 6, I think they are going to be in a perfect position to take CJ Stroud. Number 7, the Atlanta Falcons. I know they took a receiver first last year, and the year before they took Kyle Pitts, but they still need some offensive weapons. If they want to give Desmond Ridder any sort of a chance, they need better weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and give them Quentin Johnston from TCU. Now the Carolina Panthers. This is a tough situation for them, okay? Because for me, the Carolina Panthers really, really need a quarterback. And I really like Anthony Richardson, okay? I do. He may have the most raw talent of any quarterback in this draft. And if he works out, I think he's going to be an absolute star. But I don't think he's NFL ready right now. He's very coachable, though. He has a good work ethic. And really, now that the Panthers don't have Matt Rule, and they have Steve Wilkes instead, they might be able to develop a younger quarterback. But how patient is the owner David Tepper going to be with that? Are they going to be in a rush to have a good quarterback right now? Or is he going to be patient with another rebuild and develop a younger quarterback? I don't know. Their offensive line has been really good this year, actually. I don't think they need O-line. They could really use a receiver, but I don't know. I think their biggest need right now is quarterback. And with just the raw talent that he has, I think they have to take Anthony Richardson. I think they're regretting not taking Justin Fields 2 years ago, because, he had a lot of raw talent and wasn't ready. And I think Matt Rule, was scared that he wasn't going to be ready enough and was going to lose his job. Well, when you try to rush things like that and don't take the correct guy, it's going to slow down your rebuild. So I'm going to go ahead and give them Anthony Richardson. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles. This is kind of a tough one. They could go a few different directions, actually. They could... Lane Johnson is getting a little bit older, and when he does decide to retire, you're going to want a good offensive lineman that you can plug in, but I don't know that they're going to want to use a first-round draft pick on a player that's not going to be playing yet, Or you could get a receiver like Jordan Addison, who, just going to make that receiving core even better. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jordan Addison. That's a really good core, I think looking at this, I think what I would personally do, and I know Eagles fans are going to be frustrated here because their GM never takes a linebacker in the first round. Like, it never happens. But looking at this, who else do you think he would take? I'm going to go ahead and give them Trenton Simpson. I personally like Simpson more than Sewell. Noah Sewell's still really good, don't get it wrong, but I really like Trenton Simpson. So then we have the Green Bay Packers, and without a doubt, they need weapons. I'm giving them Jordan Addison. Not even gonna hesitate. Then we have the Las Vegas Raiders, and part of me wants to give them Brian Breesy from Clemson, but the issue with that is a few years ago they took I can't even remember his name now. Cleveland Farrell. He took him from Clemson, and he hasn't worked out at all. So I don't know if they'd really want to take him. Just because another highly graded D tackle, D end sort of guy from Clemson. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I think in this case they should definitely take him. I mean, I really like Brian Breesy. I think he's a really, really good prospect. But then here for the Jags, I'm going to go ahead and give them Paris Johnson. Go ahead and beef up that offensive line a little bit better. Now for the Houston Texans, they could use a lot. They could really use a lot. I think I'm going to go ahead and give them their middle linebacker of the future. Be that big rock, in the middle of the defense. Give them Noah Sewell. Then here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they need to give Kenny Pickett, at least another year, see how he develops, see if he can be that guy of the future. I wouldn't take a quarterback right now, okay? And I'm just being honest. They need to give Kenny a year and see how he does. They could use a lot of corner help right now, and I think I'm going to go ahead and have them take Joey Porter Jr. right now. His dad, Joey Porter, did actually play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so I'm sure he would fit right in over there. So, yeah, Joey Porter Jr. to the Steelers. Then for the Seahawks again, I think I'm going to go ahead and get... I think I'm going to go ahead and give them Tyree Wilson, the edge rusher from Texas Tech. Now for the Patriots, part of me here is really, really leaning Will Levis. I know Patriots fans don't like that, but I mean, something just hasn't been right between Mac Jones and Bill Belichick this year. And really the coaching staff in general. I guess it's not just Belichick. But I don't know. It just something doesn't feel right. And I can't help but wonder if they're going to lean towards quarterback. And I know this is probably going to be the worst pick of the whole draft, and I'm probably just a lunatic for thinking this, but I'm going to go ahead and have them take Will Levis. Yeah, I know Patriots fans are going to hate me for that one. But here for the Jets, I'm going to go ahead and... Dang, they've got a good team. I think I'm going to go ahead and give them... It's between Peter Skoronski and Michael Mayer. I feel like they've got a few really good tight ends, though, so I don't know how needed a tight end would be. My thoughts with Peter Skoronski are if Mekhi Becton gets injured again next year, I mean, who are they going to do? Are they going to just re-sign George Fant? I mean, he's playing decent and all, but he's not playing at a super high level. I think Peter Skoronski can be a franchise tackle, and really, like, worst case scenario, you know, you can slide him over to one of the other tackle spots. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to go Peter Skoronski right here. Then for the Detroit Lions again, who did I have them go earlier? I went with Keely Ringo earlier. So this time, I think I'm going to go ahead and have them replace TJ Hawkinson, actually, and go with Michael Mayer. Get Jared Goff another weapon. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this kind of intrigues me, and I don't know if it's going to be considered reaching or not, but I'm going to go ahead and have them take Bijan Robinson. Really improve that run game, because Leonard Fournette has not had a good year. Rachaad White has been solid at times, but he doesn't seem like a guy that can, just carry the load and be their guy, They've been dead last in rushing yards per game. They need some help at running back. They really do. Then for the Tennessee Titans, I feel like they could really use some corner help. I'm going to go ahead and give them Cam Smith. Smith actually played alongside J.C. Horn at South Carolina quite a bit, and he was really good. Honestly, I think if he declared last year, he probably would have been, a first or second rounder. Really like the kid. I think he's a really, really good corner. So Titans get a good player here. The Washington Commanders. I'm not exactly sure where to go for this one. Because, they've had a pretty good offensive line. They've still got their edge rushers. Chase Young has been injured a lot. But I think once he's back, they'll be just fine right there. They've got receivers. I think I'm going to go ahead and honestly go with safety Brian Branch from Alabama. Then we have the Chargers on the board, and I'm going to go ahead and give them Jackson Smith and Jigba. I feel like he's fallen quite a ways right here, and this is kind of just a matter of taking best player available, honestly. Then we have the New York Giants here, and I think they honestly also take a corner, and I'm going to go ahead and actually have them take Christian Gonzalez from Oregon. Then we have the Baltimore Ravens, and dang. Normally I would have them go receiver right here, but according to this, the best receiver available is Josh Downs from North Carolina. And don't get me wrong, I like Josh Downs a lot, but I don't know if I'd take him quite at 24. I don't think they take another edge this high. Marcus Peters really hasn't been very good this year. He is getting paid quite a bit. I could see them maybe planning on getting rid of him, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and actually give them Eli Ricks. I like Ricks a little bit more than Clark Phillips. Yeah, Eli Ricks from Alabama. Then the Denver Broncos are on the board, and I think I'm going to go ahead and give them Broderick Jones from Georgia, the offensive tackle. Then the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to go ahead and give them... excuse me. I think I'm going to go ahead and give them Gervon Dexter, actually, from Florida. Now for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to go ahead and give them... think I'm going to give them Isaiah Foskey. DeMarcus Lawrence is starting to get up there in age, and I think he's going to be getting to an age where he's still going to play quite a bit, but he's going to be kind of more of a rotational role instead of playing 90 to 100% of the snaps every game. I think Isaiah Foskey is going to really help with that. Then we have the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm going to go ahead and give them I think I'm going to give them BJ Ojulari. Now the Minnesota Vikings, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give them Clark Phillips. Then the Buffalo Bills. I know the Bills aren't really much of a big running team, but I really like Jamar Gibbs from Alabama. And I think he could be really good in that system too, because he's a really good pass-catching running back too. So I think he'll be able to produce quite a bit in Buffalo's system. I think he'll be honestly a big upgrade over, Nyheim Hines and Devin Singletary, and yeah, I'm gonna go Jahmyr Gibbs. Then we have, excuse me, then we have the Philadelphia Eagles again, and I'm going to go ahead and have them actually take safety Antonio Johnson. So, yeah, let me know what you thought of this mock draft in the comments section below. Again, guys, I just want to reiterate that I don't claim to be a mock draft expert, okay? I don't claim to know everything about every player and every single team, so, just kind of doing this for fun. So let me know if you agree with your team's pick or you disagree. Again, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.